Over the last few years, mobile devices have become a bigger part of our personal and professional lives. So the ability to access Microsoft Dynamics 365 from a mobile device is a must. In this module, I'll provide an overview of the apps for mobile devices, which includes phones and tablets, and I'll describe how to configure which entities appear in the mobile apps. This table shows the mobile apps available for phones and tablets and the version of Dynamics 365 in which the app was first available. When it comes to Dynamics 365 for phones, this is the latest phone app which uses the same forms as the web application and CRM for tablets and has the latest user interface. This app can only be used with CRM Online 2015, where Update 1 has been applied and later, and for CRM 2016 on premises or later. Now let's take a look at Dynamics 365 for Phones Express. Confusingly, this app was previously called CRM for Phones and was first made available in CRM Online Fall 2013 and CRM 2013 on premises. Dynamics 365 for tablets was first released for CRM Online Fall 2013 and CRM 2013 on premises. There is no charge for any of these apps for licensed users of Dynamics 365 and Dynamics 365 on premises. Since users within organizations typically have different devices and operating systems, check first if the mobile device's hardware and software is supported. Once confirmed, connect to the store from the phone and download and install the app. Once the app is launched, sign in by using the URL for Dynamics 365 as well as the user credentials. Here are some screenshots of configuring Dynamics 365 for phones. This screen prompts the user to enter the URL for Dynamics 365. This is the same URL as the one used to connect to Dynamics 365 in a web browser. After a quick screen to establish the connection, the user will sign in. And all being well, the app will be finally configured and all of the sections displayed to the user. Drafts are available in the Dynamics 365 for Tablets app and the Dynamics 365 for Phones app, but not on the Dynamics 365 for Phones Express. Drafts are offline records that users can create on their mobile device and then synchronize those records to Dynamics 365 later on when a connection to the internet has been restored. As with previous versions of Dynamics 365, access to the mobile apps and even the Dynamics 365 for Phones Express can be restricted via security roles. Here you can see the two settings that control access to either client. Within the Business Management tab, inside each security role, there are two permissions that can be either enabled with a green circle, as you can see access to Phones Express on the right, or disabled with an empty circle, as you can see for Dynamics CRM for mobile access on the left. An administrator can select the entities that are shown in mobile apps with some restrictions. First, it is important to note that all custom entities can be enabled for mobile apps. For Dynamics 365 for phones and Dynamics 365 for tablets, entities can optionally be made read-only in case you need to restrict whether users can create records for those entities from their mobile devices. It is important to note that many system entities are already enabled on the mobile app, but can be disabled if needed. And finally, know that some system entities are not enabled and cannot be enabled to be available in the mobile app. So let's have a look at configuring an entity. This screenshot shows the account entity in the default solution. In Dynamics 365, the settings are shown like this. Enable for mobile includes the phone app and the tablet app, and also note that entities can be made read-only in the phone app and the tablet app if needed. When designing forms for the mobile apps, note that Dynamics 365 for phones and Dynamics 365 for tablets both use the main form type. Whereas Dynamics 365 for Phones Express uses the Mobile Express form. In earlier versions, this form type was shown as mobile forms. It's important for system administrators and system customizers to know that form components such as tabs, sections, and fields can be hidden from Dynamics 365 for phones. To do this, uncheck the box highlighted in the screenshot on the properties of the relevant control on the form. Note that this does not apply to Dynamics 365 for tablets, only Dynamics 365 for phones. In Dynamics 365 for tablets and Dynamics 365 for phones, multiple system and/or personal dashboards can be available by ensuring the right property for the dashboard is in place. The property is called Enable for Mobile, and again, this applies to system and user dashboards as well. In summary, This module focuses on describing the different available mobile apps, as well as the process to configure them and control who can access Microsoft Dynamics 365 from their phones or tablets. And that is the end of the Deployment in Microsoft Dynamics 365 course. Let's take a look at what we covered. After getting started in Module 1, in which we focus on how to access Dynamics 365, the requirements for the various clients, and the licensing plans, we also talked about importing data using the Import Data Wizard. The 3 modules that followed focus on managing Microsoft Dynamics 365 tenants, instances, and updates. And we learned how to add users to access the services in those subscriptions, as well as disable users who no longer need access. We learned how instances relate to a subscription and how to administer production and sandbox instances, as well as the process to monitor storage and manage when updates are applied to Dynamics 365. After that, we focus on understanding how Microsoft Dynamics 365 can integrate with other online services from Microsoft, such as Exchange, SharePoint, OneNote, Office Groups, and OneDrive for Business. Then, we wrapped up the course by learning how to install and configure the Microsoft Dynamics 365 client for Outlook, as well as installing and configuring the apps for mobile devices, which includes phones and tablets. I'm Gus Gonzalez, and I want to thank you for taking this course. I hope that you found it valuable and had an opportunity to learn from some of the best practices I have gathered in over 10 years of experience deploying Dynamics 365. There are 2 more things I want to discuss with you. First, we need your feedback to understand how you feel about the content we covered, and also so you can let us know of ways we can improve this course in the future. So please take 15 seconds to evaluate the course. Lastly, and I promise this is the last thing, if you're interested in learning more about Dynamics 365 deployment, or perhaps dive into more advanced topics such as solution architecture, data replication, and security best practices, check out the calendar and register for the Advanced Microsoft Dynamics 365 Deployment course. You have now completed the prerequisite to attend that course, so make sure you sign up to continue to increase your skill set and the impact you can make when working with organizations deploying Microsoft Dynamics 365.